sip our worries away, nice and slow. Your laughter ripples like sweet warm wine. In this jazzy sultry space you're mine. The saxophone croons a velvet tune, while melodies dance beneath the moon. We'll toast to moments both grand and small, in this hazy, lazy, jazz-touched hall. But let's sit together in the mellow night. We'll drink to love till the morning light. Every glass we raise a promise true. Here's to the magic in a drink with you. They sparkle with every click, sweet rendezvous over a simple drink. We'll share our secrets in whispers low, just you and me where the jazz flows slow. The world outside fades into the mist, but here it's our own dreamy tryst. With each sip our worries drift away. Let's stay together till the break of day. So let's sit together in the mellow night. We'll drink to love till the morning light. Every glass we raise a promise true. Here's to the magic in a drink with you.
The following live stream has been approved for appropriate audiences. It may contain occasional strong language and may not be suitable for younger or more sensitive viewers. Viewer inebriation is advised, though not mandatory.
Good evening, happy Friday, and welcome to Last Call. Tonight, we are revisiting urban legends, and I think this is the third time. An urban legend is a story or belief that has been told, retold, and told yet again. Because the tale is repeated so often and so widely, it comes to be viewed as fact. However, these stories are generally exaggerated, expanded, and even totally untrue. Some seem so outlandish, it's as though they were obviously not meant to be believed, and yet, you'd be surprised. That's what we're looking at tonight. So top off your glasses, get comfortable, don't leave your little pudding people with strange, irresponsible babysitters, and we'll roll this Canarble Wagon right now.
Last Call is streamed before a live audience.
Salut and welcome. Those of you that joined me for Liquid Lunch today, well, two things. One, you already know what I'm sipping on. And number two, you've got to be thinking that I spend my whole day sitting in this chair drinking. And you'd be right on both counts. Anyway, welcome. Happy Friday. It is officially the weekend. I am going to ask every single one of you to share out this stream on your social medias because I forgot to do it myself.
I did.
I know Netter did. Of course she did. She's my number one cheerleader. In fact, forgive me, Boomer. I'm going to go ahead and bring my bouncer in first because you guys can hear her anyway. Hello, my dear. And what are you sipping on today?
Bouncing, bouncing, bouncing.
Yeah.
I am sipping on a new drink that Troy and I invented today. We're calling it a strawberry coconut cream. It is Malibu coconut rum and strawberry and cream
Bailey's.
Mm-hmm. Like a half and half
I'm
mixture.
sure that there's got to have been a previous drink very similar to that. It may have another name, but I feel like we invented something new. The important point is Netter likes it, and she's drinking tonight, which means fun night ahead, at least for me. Anyway, let me also get, because we're going to have a couple people over here a little schnookered, we are going to need our designated driver tonight, Aged Boomer. How you doing, my friend? And, well, what are you sipping on?
I'm doing fine. I am sipping on an orange juice.
There you go. Just straight orange juice, not a screwdriver?
I work in the morning, but that'd be a good idea.
There you go. There you go. What's up?
What's in a screwdriver? Is that vodka and orange juice? Is that
Vodka
what
and
that
orange
is?
juice.
Yeah.
If you, let's see, a vodka. Oh, I'm thinking of a fuzzy navel, peach schnapps and orange juice. And then if you
That
want to make it
sounds
a
nice.
hairy navel, it's peach schnapps, orange juice, and vodka.
There you go.
I just want to bring up that we have like 17 people watching and only 5 thumbs. Come
Thumb it
on,
up.
people,
You guys,
show the love.
do you guys not love me, or have I not earned it yet? Maybe I haven't earned it yet. Maybe I'm not drunk
Well,
enough.
even if you don't love Troy, I know you love me, so, you know.
Look at
you
that
those thumbs,
face.
please?
Look at that face.
Plus, I gave recipes yesterday on how to beat the common cold.
Check that out. I think I'm going to be partaking of those quite a bit in the very near future, because I think I'm coming
I'm
down
actually
with
going to
a
be
cold.
dropping the video for the what I discussed yesterday in my Thursday things as a standalone video. It should be up within the hour. So look for that.
Yes.
And you'll have it all right there.
Big Al says, hello, my friends. Have a great stream tonight. Been craving garlic stuffed olives all day. It's exactly what I got here,
Now I want garlic
along with
bread.
Bombay Sapphire and Cokie Americano. It is a classic, my preferred version of a martini. Very, very happy with this. I'm sorry, what did you say, Netter?
So now I want garlic bread.
We don't really have the appropriate bread for making
No,
garlic
we
bread,
don't.
but Alexa, add French bread to the shopping list.
French bread added.
Let's see. Let's say hi to Connie Cleary. The
You
bird
don't
woman
do the
of YouTube.
frozen kind, like the big loaf, and just pop it in the oven. You're all good.
We do occasionally, but I gotta say, it doesn't taste right. I think they use like a margarine or something on it. It's got that
Probably.
oily kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, I will make some garlic butter with the garlic we have upstairs. And then we'll have garlic butter that we can make garlic toast with.
There
or
you
garlic
go.
bread
There you
with.
go. Connie Cleary, the bird woman of YouTube, and Fluff Chick Productions. Welcome, welcome, my dear. Always good to see you. That gal I was just talking to a little bit ago calls me the love of her life because I liquor her up. That's why I'm the love of her life. Let's see here. Jason Fawkes from 540 Studios. Great channel, great network. Make sure you're following him. He is now a member of this channel. He is good people, and he's here saying hi from halfway around the world. He is absolutely good people. So is this guy right here, JPRPH1, saying hail to everybody there in the chat. Let's see here. Aged Boomer out there riding his riding mower. I'm guessing it is not as sunny as that picture shows, but it's probably warm enough for you to be outside doing the lawn if you so chose down there in sunny somewhere, Florida.
Sunny somewhere, Florida. I'm waiting for the cool weather. I don't like this time of year.
We just entered, and I'm going to get myself canceled for saying this, Indian summer. We started to cool off, and we were getting into the 50s, and then suddenly it shot up back into the 80s again. That happens around here in September. It's like the Midwest doesn't want to give up on summer just yet.
I want to give up on it, man. I don't like hurricane season. We're still in it. I'm always getting nervous this time of year.
I get you. I get you. How long does hurricane season last for you?
At least
guys?
till November, I think, technically. If I can make it to November, we're usually pretty okay, but...
And then it cools off enough that, well, you don't ever really get really cool weather there. It's not like you're going to get snow or anything like that.
I think once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Like once every 50 years, there might be snowfall down there. Yes.
There you go. You might be due for some then. Mark Dahley, greetings from speaking of, the Panhandle of Florida, also known as South Georgia. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Jesse Guajardo. Welcome, my friend. Did I say hi to you, Sarn before? I thought I saw him there. Welcome, welcome. And Sir Torrin Clegane. By the way, Big Al, check your MeWe DMs. Get back to Sir Torrin on a question he asked. I didn't want to speak for you. You guys hash it out. Netter says, like, share, subscribe, become a member. Leave a comment if you are feeling particularly generous and you want to help grow this community. Maybe consider giving a gifty, huh? Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see here. Jesse, Connie, there's deleted scenes. Salute, my friend. Good to see you as well. And he also says like, share, subscribe, comment, and become a member. See, people know. People want you to be one of us. One of us. One of us.
Join us.
Yeah.
That's from the movie
That's
Freaks.
a deep cut. Yes, it is. That's a heck of a movie. That
was Lynch before
movie.
Lynch, probably, right?
Kinda. Yeah. Could you imagine Freaks being remade by David Lynch? It probably would have starred Mikey Anderson, the little man from Another Place.
Yes.
Right? Oh gosh. Yeah. Geek Flag with Nate Knows says, how does he say it? Like it, share it, subscribe to it, comment about it, and become a member it. Okay. What is it? The best damn place on a Friday night. Thank you so much. Don't let Doomcock hear you say that. There are even cyber myths. Yes, we will probably get to Boomer. Think about this. We could do a combo AI / urban legends. Think about that one.
What?
Yeah, we could. Let's think about that one.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, there's starting to be some stuff out there. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, we could do that. Sure.
Because we've been doing both topics from time to time.
As far as I'm concerned, it's all urban legends and it's all BS. Let me tell you something. I was using, granted it was the public version, but I was using ChatGTP today.
Yes.
Because maybe I was working on something. I'm like, I need a shortcut. Let me tell you something. That thing is dumber than a bag of hammers. I can figure out things on my own better than that thing can. Stupid.
Yes. Well,
I didn't bother using it because it just gave me bad feedback. I was using it for research. And it's like, oh yeah, we have an article on that. Yeah, of course, this is what it was. Okay, we can see the article. Well, I'm sorry, there actually isn't an article. Well, you just told me there was one.
Yes. So no. I just shared something I just learned today.
Never again.
On social media, I shared today something I just learned. It's about ChatGPT, but I suspect it's probably true of other AIs like Grok and so forth. So give it a try. If you use ChatGPT and you ask it a question, the follow-up question should be, I almost said Grok. ChatGPT, what is incorrect about the answer you just gave me? And it will reevaluate it. And you will be surprised. It will start fact-checking itself. And my thought, probably the same thought all of you are having, why is that not built into it to begin with? To do that check automatically before it answers you.
This is like all those lawyers that went and were giving up those false cases. And I'm like, you didn't even check to see if those things the ChatGPT gave you were real.
We're actually getting ahead of ourselves.
We're getting off topic. We'll discuss this another night.
No, we're not. This is on topic, but I want to finish saying hi to everybody.
Oh, yes.
And I want to get back to this because it applies directly to the topic in hand. We'll come back to this. Put a pin in it, everybody.
All right.
Mark Dahley says 2 things happen when you get told. You lose your memory, and when you get old, I think is what he meant. When you get old, you lose your memory, and I forgot the other one. I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Does it have something to do with your dangly bits? Maybe, you know. Let's see. You don't sit in that chair and drink all day. Last call with Troy Pacelli. Sometimes you have the liquor cabinet. Yes, exactly. You have to go to the liquor cabinet. Sometimes you gotta go. After all the drinking, you have to release some of that liquid as well. So there you go. Drive by hi, says Curtis Selby, the tired midnight blogger. Nothing to see here, citizen. Gonna be doing my own karaoke stream in a bit. Trying to prep for it, but love you guys. Who knew people would throw away perfectly good money to hear me sing? I know. I feel the same way. We've got one probably coming up later this month. In fact, I'm supposed to have a guest next week, which I don't want to announce until I confirm. But maybe I can get him back for a karaoke stream as well. He's good people. Just saying that, you guys probably already know who I'm talking about. So shh, don't.
We know a lot of good people. We know a lot of good people.
I try. I hobnob. It's kind of funny because I was since I started doing the YouTube thing, my lawyer, who is one of my good friends from college, who I play Dungeons and Dragons with on Wednesday, he's like, YouTube. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of that YouTube. You ever hear of this guy Doomcock? I'm like, yeah, I know of him, yes. And he's like, yeah, I watch his show all the time. He's very popular. He's got all these followers, and then I'm like, one day I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it to D&D tonight. I'm going to be on Doomcock's channel. He's like, seriously, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to be on Doomcock's channel. Here's the link. Come say hi.
Oh, Patrick?
Funny.
No, Chris.
Oh, Schletter.
No, Bruno. I just said my lawyer.
Oh.
Which one of those three is a lawyer?
I don't know. His job doesn't seem that hard.
Well, yeah.
Could be any of them.
And my Alexa added bread to the shopping list too. Okay. Alexa, add garlic olives to the shopping list.
Garlic olives added.
There you go, Big Al.
Alexa,
helping you out.
Add butter to the shopping list.
You already have butter on your shopping list.
So add it again.
Jeez.
I tell her to add it again, and she never does.
I turned the Publix hoagies into garlic bread. Works great on cheesesteak. There you go. There you go. Try making garlic toast using brioche. I have done that. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, or what is that really thick cut bread that's really good for French toast?
Texas toast.
It's what you make Texas toast out of. Yeah, exactly. That's good stuff too. But really, honestly, there is nothing like, and let's face it, French bread and Italian bread are basically the same thing, just different length and width. And French, has more crust to white. So French bread is really the best, ironically, for making Italian bread. I say that as a Midwesterner. If I lived in Italy, which has many different kinds of bread, shapes and whatnot, it would be a lot easier. But around here, you have the big, thick, football-size Italian bread, and you have the long, thin French bread. Those are your only two choices living here in the Midwest.
And you can play baseball with the French loaf and the Italian bread.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong about that, especially when you let them go stale. And when they go stale, that's when you make French toast. Did you guys hear that all the electric bills are higher because of the massive amounts of power that AI uses?
I've heard it. I've heard about it.
And that's why we need more nuclear power plants. We talked about that on a previous stream.
Yeah, that or we need to stop wasting money on stupid stuff. I'm sorry. There we go again. I'll comment on this later. Okay.
Look, they already got rid of USAID. Let's take it one step at a time. The Cybermyths label started in the 70s and 80s, and it was a college term for modern urban legends. Yeah. That's true. The Horror Cat Dad. Good to see you, my friend. As well as a name blast from the past here. It's been a minute. Keely Chow. Good to see you, my friend. I missed the first 2 Urban Legends streams. They are linked below, so you can still check them out. First one I passed on from eating Pop Rocks and drinking soda. The second, I woke up in the bathtub of ice missing a kidney. Wow. Yeah, the 2 streams, though, are linked below if you do want to check those out. Dropping by here as well to say, hey, Horror Cat Dad. Kind of wondering about that name. Is it the cat that's a horror cat? You're the dad of a horror cat? Or you're a horror enthusiast who happens to be a cat dad? I could see it going either way.
Oh.
His Alexa's going crazy, so. Alexa, fire photon torpedoes.
Aye, aye, Captain. Firing photon torpedoes.
And Big Al, you know what that means, right? You know what that means? I'm the captain now. I'm the captain now.
Okay, my lovelies, you have got better, but some of you have not yet shown the love. 17 watching, only 13 thumbs. Who are the 4 who don't love me?
Yeah, you're making Netter sad. You're making Netter sad.
Keep in
And
mind,
I'm drinking alcohol, so I'm getting emotional.
She's getting emotional. Come on, guys. Be nice to Netter.
I know the moments were past, but were they shooting at the Klingons near Uranus?
Put up, up.
Well, they were scraping the Klingons off Uranus.
Okay, anyway. Okay.
Starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's Klingons on the starboard bow. Scrape them off, Jim. Oh, yeah. Well,
How do you know that song? That's disturbing. I've heard that song.
Dr. Demento fans.
Dr. Demento, yeah, we're big Dr. Demento fans. Miss Mark Dahley says, and I'm going to read it the way it's written. Sman's Club has butter with the garlic already added. Also, Kinder's buttery garlic seasoning. The secret to good garlic bread: butter in the garlic in the butter. Yes, but you know what you can do? When you've had your garlic for a while and you're thinking maybe it's getting past its prime, you chop it up, you crush it, and you put it into ice trays with melted butter. Then you freeze it.
You don't have to freeze it. It'll solidify because the butter will solidify. Put it in the fridge.
Yeah, but you can freeze it so it, keeps pretty much indefinitely. And then you...
but you put it in the fridge so it solidifies, and then you freeze it.
Well, yeah. And then as you need it, you just take it out. And I'll tell you what, 1 cube, throw that into a frying pan if you're making pasta or whatever, you'll thank me later. You don't need to go buy special stuff. You got the garlic, you got the butter, you do it yourself. There you go. It's always better when you do it yourself from scratch. Trust an Italian. What's it? Sman is supposed to be Sam's. I knew that. I'm just messing with you. On the tablet, I literally all thumbs. I would have assumed that it was a voice-to-text thing, but either way. Robert's Infinite Realms. Good to see you, my friend. Great channel. Make sure you're subscribed to him as well. You know what other channel y'all need to be subscribed to? Every single one of you hearing my voice right now, whether it's now or in the future, this guy right here, Aged Boomer. Do you know he is criminally undersubbed? He does not have enough subscribers for minimum monetization, and he's been my partner for years.
Anyway,
come on, guys, come on. He needs to get his numbers up. Help him out here.
We have a new song. I don't want to. Actually, I should be spoiling that, or should just leave it alone.
It's your song and your show.
Well,
so
well,
you
just there'll be a special thing this Sunday. Tune in. All right.
Yeah. I put together a new theme song for Geeky
I got
Geezers.
to hear it.
Netter got to hear it. Of
Outside.
course, this guy got to hear it. It is his song. He had to sign off on it before I could do anything with it. So I will premiere it on Sunday for Geeky Geezers, and then I will be releasing it on my channel, afterwards. That sounds more like quantum torpedoes. Yes. Yeah, it kind of does sound like quantum torpedoes. You're absolutely. Alexa, fire quantum torpedoes.
Firing photon torpedoes.
Nah, she hears photons.
So leave out the one word.
Oh, well, let's see what she did. Alexa, fire torpedoes.
Photon torpedoes now armed. Firing.
Quantum.
Oh, that's interesting. She arms them and then fires them if you just say torpedoes. Okay. Troy has started another intergalactic incident. That's right. That's right, because war is good. So is peace. At least that's what the Ferengi say. Hello, Outlaw Bill. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Let's see here. Dr. Demento, find memories from college. I know, he meant fond memories. My birthday is on Monday the 29th. I will be 53. Ah, you youngin'. I am not sure the future is bright. It is. It's a choice you make. Trust me. Trust me, my friend.
A choice we make. No fate to make but our own, right?
Yes. Yes, Nate, you are one of the 353 or something like that. We need to get his numbers up, my friends. Let's make that our goal before the end of the year. Let's get him to 500, okay?
I think I can get there. Yeah, we'll do that.
It has been a lousy September thus far. I can't argue with you on that one, Bill. I really, really can't. And I'm on my second martini in a half hour. Just saying. Okay, so I am at the end of the chat here. Again, please make sure you share out this this stream, because I didn't, and I'm a goof that way. So let's get that shared out. But let's also start talking about some urban legends. This is Urban Legends: The Return, the Revenge of Urban Legends. Urban Legends Part 3.
All right, so it technically is Part 3, but I would argue our Part 1 and 2 were actually the same group of urban legends that we had to split up in the 2 episodes. Because we got off track. So technically,
imagine me meandering.
I just called this Urban Legends: The Return. So and maybe next time it'll be Urban Legends: The Revenge. I don't know, but I figured we would. We got some, maybe not as much as the scary ones, well, maybe, we'll see. Hit 56 last July.
Mark Dahley says, I hit 56 last July. Mark, are you trying to grow your channel? Because if you are, we're your huckleberries. Just remember that. And Nate, come on, buddy. I know. You are in my corner. You are the flag bearer. You are out there, the spearhead of the channel. You are making up your own promos for me on the Instagrammy type places and the whatnots, and you are just amazing. When I'm asking people to share out the stream, I am not talking to you. Don't burn when it's not your turn, my friend. I know what you contribute to this channel. Let's be fair there.
Burn, baby, burn.
Disco Inferno. See, this is what happens. I get to start singing, and so now I want to do a karaoke stream.
Well,
I wonder if I should do it. Should I do that? No. But maybe I should do that. Maybe I should. If I get 10 super chats of $2 or more in the next. Not that I think we're going to go this long, but let's say 3 hours. I will host
Another karaoke.
Monthly.
There's an N missing there, dear.
I'm drunk. Monthly karaoke
There you go.
stream. And
Change the to I will host not the.
No, because I don't want to make it a monthly thing. I'm saying the monthly because I'm doing it every month, but I'm doing it based on, hitting a goal. Yeah, no, I meant the in this case.
Oh.
So if you guys are willing to contribute to the fun to get us all singing, and remember, this isn't just a karaoke stream where myself and Boomer and Ned are sing. This is, you guys can come in and sing with us if you are so inclined to do so.
Because it would really be great if you were with us.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it's just us, and although that's fun, I want to hear you guys.
I'll tell you what.
And you know what? If you're like, oh, I can't sing, and you know what? Come and sing anyway, because I can't sing, and I still do it because it's fun. If you need to, like the very first time I ever did karaoke, I had a half a glass of wine first. And then it's like you couldn't stop me.
Yeah.
So if you need a little liquid courage, take some.
There you go.
But, don't sit out because you're like, oh, I can't really sing. Do it. It's so much fun.
I know.
Do you sing in the shower? Do you sing in the car? Sing on the stream.
Exactly.
It's the same thing, and you have so much fun.
I know what she's saying. She's saying, you gotta sing like you don't need the money, love. Like you'll never get hurt. You gotta dance, dance, dance like nobody's watching. It's gotta come from the heart if you want it to work. Or, if you're an old fart like me, don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. And that was terrible. That you can expect more of that if I start singing. Just saying. I want to say hi to Dean Krantz. Welcome. Which is fine for the Marine hymn, but anything else would be horrible. Oh gosh. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles on the land and on the sea. First to fight for right and freedom and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines.
See what you guys started?
I learned that song in grade school when I played it on the trombone.
Wow.
May I get links to Mark Daly's and Aged Boomers to make sure I am subscribed, please? Blue Wrenches, could you take care of that for me, please? I would
is this
greatly
being asked on your channel?
Pardon me?
Is this being asked on your channel?
Actually, I don't know. Drop it into
I'm gonna drop it.
Drop it into Evie Mux and it'll go out to all three of them.
Wait, who's asking?
Outlaw Bill.
Hold up. Where do I put it?
And thank you so much, Deleted Scenes. He's my first $2 contribution. No. I take that back.
He's got two. You got two.
He is the first. I just haven't gotten to the second one yet. Deleted Scenes is sharing $2 for the karaoke fund. We will get to the topic, by the way, Boomer. We absolutely will. Okay, guys, you know how this works. You make me do the goal. You get my bad jokes. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Absolutely. I want your bad jokes. I need your bad jokes. A few drinks and anyone can sing that. Well, at least they believe they can, right? And Natter shares that, but it was true. The first time she got me out to karaoke, I got pretty liquored up too, and I don't remember exactly what my first song was, but I'm pretty sure it was an Elvis song. If I had to bet, I would say it was "Burnin' Love." But then she got me singing Love Shack after, well, I didn't even know the song. I'd never heard the song before. And she's like, just talk it out in the meter. If you see a faded sign at the side of the road. And she and her friend are like, oh, you did so good. And I'm like, that sounded terrible. No, you sounded just like the guy on the... And then days later, I heard it on the radio. I'm like, yeah, I guess I actually did a pretty decent job. It's not that winning of a song.
Bill, I just dropped both links. This should
There
be
you
like somewhere near the bottom of the chat stream.
And Nate is like, all right already. Yeah, I didn't set the goal too high, so we should be able to get there pretty easily. Troy, back in the 90s and the early aughts, there used to be a ton of urban legends about anime, lost media, especially with the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I did not know that. You know what you could do, Jesse, is if you've got some urban legends on that topic, shoot them over to Age of Boomer, and we'll try to get them in a future one. Not normally on this time of night. Fridays are for cigars and bourbon, which is absolutely perfect for last call. I'm all for cigars and bourbon. Abso-friggin-lutely. In fact, I got a couple cigarillos around here somewhere that I have to probably smoke before they go bad.
Cigars? Ew.
Oh, you'd like them. They're aromatic. They're not bad.
And you're the one who gave me liquor, so this is your fault. I am announcing that after the stream is over, or tomorrow or something, I just dropped the vid for my helpful hints of the cold flu medicine entitled Cold and Flu Cure, recipes to make you feel better. So go check that out. It's, if you didn't see Thursday Things, it's the same thing we're showing on Thursday Things.
This does not constitute medical advice, but they have worked for me. I highly recommend them.
And they work wonders for me. Like today, I was feeling so ick, and I had some of the tea with the marshmallow root tea. I forget who it was that recommended that, but that has worked so well. So the marshmallow root tea, and then I also used my honey, lemon, ginger in a jar. I felt so much better after just 1 cup.
Okay, Drinky McNetter, I need you to keep track of the fact that Age of Boomer dropped a $2 super
Yes.
sticker. That counts,
Yes.
even though it doesn't show up on
Fist bumping.
Yep.
It looks
Boom, man.
pretty.
Boom, boom.
I have a comment on my video. Big L says, I need to try the honey mixture. I have that same yellow colander. Not in your chat, on my video.
Oh God. Sir Tong Clegane says, I haven't had a chance to mention this, but I actually watched Popeye the Slayer Man. I will not say it was any good, but it did feature a scene where Popeye ripped a guy's arm off and beat him with it.
I want to see it just for
beat him to
that.
death with it. This made the whole movie worth it. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Scroll down just a little bit more.
I'm getting there. Oh, Mark Daly drops $10. That pretty much gets us most of the way there, doesn't it? That's 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need two more.
$2
No,
more
read the comments.
I know. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying the dollar value, gets us there. Rumor has it the Obamas are on the rocks. An unnamed servant reported overhearing Michelle shouting to Barack, "You're not the man I married," and Barack shouted back, "Neither are you."
Oh.
Yeah, he ended up dead in the pool, as a matter of fact. I heard that rumor too.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows.
I am not concerned about the channel getting demonetized. I'm concerned about, ending up dead. Are you sure the man died of beating, or did he just bleed out? Well,
If you look at Michelle Obama, or actually Michael, look at the hands.
she has man hands.
She has man hands, and then look at her throat. There's the telltale lump of a.
She's got
a
something
man
in her
bubble.
throat, let's just
It's
say.
the camera. They have
Women don't have that man bubble.
What is she doing swallowing a camera, Boomer? For crying out loud. Okay, let's get to the topic.
Let's move on to some serious topics here.
I'm on to my third martini,
Urban
folks,
Legends,
and the
the
hour
return.
isn't even up.
I am up first. The Burnout Babysitter.
Oh God, here we go.
You like
I guessed
baby-
what this one was based on the picture, so
I'm going to read it. So this
okay.
is from the Colossal Book of Urban Legends by Jan Harold Brunvand.
Yep.
I think you sent me something by him as well. He's like
Sure.
a big compiler of urban legends. This is from his
Yep.
big book, The Hippie Babysitter. This is the chapter.
That's your first problem. Never hire a hippie for nothing.
Well, I'll explain. If you let me read, there's a reason.
Yeah.
There was this couple who were going out one night and they couldn't get their regular babysitter, so they called someone they knew and arranged to get a new girl to come and sit their baby. When she showed up, they were a little surprised because she was dressed like a hippie and had a kind of spaced out look in her eyes. But they gave her instructions about caring for the baby and went out anyway. Later in the evening, the mother called home to see how things were going, and this hippie girl said, "Oh, just fine. I just put the turkey in the oven." Well, they didn't have a turkey, and they didn't know what she was talking about, so they decided to go back home right away.
Oh God.
When they went into their house, they smelled something cooking and rushed to the kitchen and looked in the oven. The babysitter had put the baby in the oven and roasted it. She had
This
been
is
taken.
why I said do not trust your pudding people to iffy looking babysitters. Just saying.
She had been taking LSD and was completely freaked out. Here's another one from Leon's, Indiana, April 16th, 1990. Dear Professor, here's a new story that I think must surely be an urban legend. A high school student of mine, a senior, says he heard from a friend who heard it during a state policeman's talk on drugs. He insists it is true. Otherwise, why would a policeman be telling it? On Thanksgiving, a man returned home expecting to find his wife, his infant daughter, and a wonderful turkey dinner with all the trimmings. Instead, his wife was in the living room acting strangely. She was evidently under the influence of drugs. When the man went to look for his daughter, he found a turkey in the crib. After a frantic search, he found the baby in the oven where the turkey should have been. This must be an urban legend that has arisen since the advent of widespread drug use. Yes, and I have a little picture here.
Oh jeez.
You like that?
Is that
in the crib?
I have to ask you this because it matters. Is that AI generated? Or
AI.
is that
This was a hard one.
That would have been so much funnier if it had been like somebody like actually took this picture, because there's only one reason you take this picture, you know.
Yeah, because you put the wrong thing in the oven. Oh, you have some more super chats.
We're done. We've hit it. We've hit the goal.
What was the goal?
I was just looking for $20, and you guys have already blown it out, my friends. You people are crazy. I am with my own kind.
Yes,
says
you
Pete
are.
Flagg with Nate
Because
Nose.
I'm weird.
And Mark Daly says, I bought Tim Waltz's service weapon at a gun show. I may have overpaid, but it's in really good condition, never been fired, only dropped once. Yeah, Tim Waltz is a Tampon Tim is a friggin' moron.
He's a putz.
So this actually reminds me of, so I've of course heard this urban legend as well, and it's actually a pretty famous one. I never put any stock in it, but it also always makes me think of the last episode of MASH. I'm like, you know. Do you know anything about this urban legend? Does it have any origin story or anything like that?
I can read the little blurb in the book if you want to
please.
hear.
Go for it. Yeah.
Good. I guess I keep thinking he's a professor.
Did you hear that? He just turned a page, which means he actually has a physical book.
I have it. They do exist.
Us old people still have these things. They're called books,
and they're
they
available.
were basically the internet for old people.
They're available at your local public library. I do own a copy of this book, but it's in storage somewhere, so I got
get yourself. Take a voyage down to your local library. It's all in books.
Books are great, and they have that wonderful smell to them.
That's true. The older the book, the better they smell.
Depends. The first version is typical of how the legend emerged in the United States in the late 1960s. Sometimes the mother asked the babysitter to put the baby to bed and put the turkey in the oven. The drug days hippie reverses the instructions. The 1990s, the 1990 letter is from teacher Jack Johnson. He was right about the legend having its roots in the culture of American illegal drug use, but that was some 20 plus years earlier. Versions of the story in which the mother, rather than the babysitter, cooks the baby are known worldwide. And one person was told on June 19th, 1989, on PBS's
McNeil-Lehrer report. I remember that
News
show.
hour by an
Yes, I used
anti-drug
to watch
lecturer.
that show.
Yeah.
I was that much of a nerd as a kid.
Yes, well, anyway, I discussed the cook baby and cook pet urban legends in considerable historical comparative detail in an essay appended in the third edition of my textbook study, The Study of American Folklore. This essay, revised and updated, appears in my 2000 book, The Truth Never Stands in the Way of a Good Story. Yes, so that is the hippie, drugged out, burnout babysitter story. And I can't help but think that Hannibal Lecter showed up on the scene to do an evaluation of the babysitter and then said, "Waste not, want not." I'm sorry, that was a bad joke.
I would not actually have a difficult time believing this story actually in France, and here's where I get demonetized, folks, so consider that with your tips, because I'm gonna read this. Actually, in France, there's an actual case of a Muslim woman who was hired through a babysitting service. When the parents went out to dinner and she realized they were Catholic, she boiled their baby and ran to the Somali embassy so she wouldn't be arrested.
That would be one I would have to look up to verify. That's what I want.
Yeah, I'd love verification on that, but I don't have a hard time believing it. Some of these urban legends, you're like, yeah, I don't buy that. Some of them, you're like, yeah, I could totally.
Well, the one
believe
reason you buy it, you think of the drugged out hippie. You know, you hear all
I
these
get it.
stories about, like race with the devil. Of course they weren't really hippies in that.
Robert's Infinite Realm says, I don't put stock in urban legends, but there's that, yeah.
Geek Cleganate then finished and said, that was an urban legend. It wasn't an urban legend. It actually happened.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay, I'll look that
I'm a
up.
little snookered right now, so whee!
I watched the McLaughlin Group, Meet the Press, and Fox News Sundays. As a kid, I was a nerd too. You found your tribe here, Mark Dahley, just saying. Well, of course, that's why you're a member of the channel, right? They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people who live there.
Yep.
I watched CNN, and I was a weird kid, too. Well, yeah, you should have... Well, I was going to say you should have been watching Fox News, but that would be a different kind of weird, so maybe not. There you go.
This was a hard one with the turkey. I'll show the outtakes at the end, like last time.
The 999 phone charging myth. Okay, let me pull.
Actually, I like the picture I got for this one. This was a little tricky. But
that's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. I like that.
It's not bad. I have the article you sent me. If you want me to read it, or you want the preamble.
Let me see. Hold on a second, because I actually found a different one.
You want to read from that one instead? Okay.
You know, what did I send you? Did I send you a Wikipedia article?
I think so, yes.
Okay, yeah, well, I've got it here. The 999 phone, and this is literally a Wikipedia article. The 999 phone charging myth is an urban legend that claims that if a mobile phone has low battery, dialing 999 or any regional emergency telephone number, for example, here in the States it would be 911, charges the phone so it has more power. This is confirmed as untrue. Anyone who understands how stuff works would know this.
Anybody with a brain would know how that
this
works.
is confirmed as untrue by several British police forces who publicly cited the dangers of making such calls. Okay, here's the basis for it. The basis for the belief was a feature of BlackBerry phones. If the battery level was too low, the phone automatically locked down phone features and shut down the phone radio for all calls except for emergency services. Phone users in the United Kingdom discovered that if they dialed 999, then immediately hung up, it would override the shutdown for several minutes so that phone calls could be made. The belief seems to have originated the UK BlackBerry forum around 2012. Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
That so there could be a glitch in the software.
Right. Well, or a misunderstanding of a safety feature. right?
It's like
so the idea is we shut down your mobile when it gets too low, so that you will always have enough charge to make an emergency call. But therefore, if you go ahead and call the emergency number, then hang up and then call your Aunt Betty or whoever it was you were going to call, you know, I don't know why you'd be calling your Aunt Betty. That just came to mind. Whatever. You know, it's going to release the charge that it's been holding on to. That doesn't mean it automatically makes battery charge out of nothing, right?
And in actuality, if you call 999 or 911 and then hang up after, like, it rings
they will call you back.
They will call you back. And they'll be like, why are you calling? Are you in trouble? Do you need help? Because when we had
and if
an incident,
not, why are you calling emergency number and tying up a line?
Yeah. There's an incident that happened at our old company. A person actually passed away while working, and I was trying to call 911 on my phone, and for whatever reason it wasn't connecting. So I had to run up to the security desk and tell them to call. But then they 911 called me back and said, okay, what are you calling? What's your emergency? And it was like, it was handled by our security. Don't even worry about it. They called and took care of the situation. But they were calling me back going, why did you call?
Yep.
What's the issue?
That's
so yeah, you can't
protocol.
call 911 and hang up. They will call you back
Yes,
and
they
go,
will.
what's up?
Well, and that leads into this next piece. In 2015, telling Siri on an iPhone to charge my phone to 100% would cause the phone to call the emergency services as a secret safety code. This was later traced to a bug in Apple programming that was fixed within a day. The urban legend continued to spread on social media as a prank. All the attributions are listed here in Wikipedia, so you can check those out for yourself. In 2013, Derbyshire Constabulary released a press release, okay, telling people not to believe the claim that calling 999 charged the battery. They cited that for every silent or aborted 999 call received, the operators have to call the person back to make sure there is no emergency. These silent calls wasted police time that could potentially block responses to real emergencies.
Right.
Bedfordshire police also released information asking people not to call 999 except for an emergency, as they stated that the last 6 months of 2013, they had an increase of hoax 999 calls from people believing the urban legend. Other sources supplemented these press releases by stating that misusing the 999 number is illegal. They also stated that the police could cut off telephone being used to abuse the 999 service. Not sure if that's true. I'll take them at their word just because you're a dumbass if you're doing that anyway. I'm just saying, look, these are the kinds of things, you know, they say common sense is not as common as it used to be. And if you just engage the thinky bits a little bit, where do you think that charge is coming from? Do you think it's coming from the ether? It's being sent to you by emergency services somehow over the airwaves? No, that's not how electricity works.
Sure.
Despite all the people that believe the AC bullcrap and Tesla, what?
People are stupid.
That is absolutely right. And if the past week of social media hasn't demonstrated to you how stupid people are, and what they will believe,
and what they will post for everyone to see.
Well, I would say the past 5 to 6 years, but especially in the past week, for crying out loud.
I don't mean all people. It's not a blanket statement, but there are
the majority of people on social media.
There are a lot of really stupid people out there, and it's like, what is wrong with your brain?
There are stupid people on late night too, but anyway.
Well,
Other
luckily they're all getting canceled.
We'll
Let's
talk more on that
uh,
on Sunday. Anyway, I'm just saying.
gives the Wet Leg song "Dial 999" for CPR a whole new meaning. I like that. That's great. I've been saying that common sense is so rare that we need to call it something else. Yeah, it's rare sense now, right? It's almost a freaking superpower.
Oh, it's like that commercial with the old ladies where it's like, that's not how that works. That's not how any of this works.
I, until very recently, wanted to believe that those of us of our generation were more intelligent than the dumbasses that came after us. But I'm starting to realize that's not true, because there's a lot of old farts, too, that are doing stupid crap out there, too. So I think it has nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with a thinking problem. I work for the public. I already know how stupid people are. Yeah. That's not how the Force works. That's probably the only good line in that whole damn movie.
Yeah.
The public, and then I got away from it.
You know the problem with public transportation? It's not the transportation. Anyway, Boomer.
Moving on. Anything left to say on the cell phone thingy?
Don't do it, you morons. No, I'm not calling you all morons. If you're listening to this show, you're probably intelligent enough and crazy enough to realize this stuff ain't true. Yeah. I Googled this. I looked all over the internet. I couldn't figure out what the hell this was about, Boomer.
Okay, so this is from a book, The As Complete as One Could Be Guide to Modern Myths, Urban Legends by N.E. Genji. Okay. This is under the section Campus Capers. I thought we needed a good college story in here. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an interesting
You
one.
people are stupid. Just listen. Write
thinking of
down
Sam
the
Kinison
notes
and
and
back-
take the test, you idiots.
Are you thinking of Sam Kinison and Back to School? Remember that scene?
Oh yeah.
University classes are never quite what students or instructors anticipate, and when those expectations clash, legends arise. Just getting the professors and students in the same room can be a challenge, as the ticking prof proves. Freshman students at Cornell were reputedly left wondering if they'd found the right classroom when, 10 minutes into the class's time period, their instructor had yet to make an appearance. Many watches were looked at again, and many pens rapped rhythmically against the desktops, and loud sighs periodically punctured the crowded silence until one student, clearly older than his classmates, stood up and headed for the door. Time's up on this guy. What? Well, if he was a full professor, I'd have to wait 20 minutes. But since he's only a contractual instructor for us lowly frosh, I guess that's freshmen, we've only got to wait 10. After that, he can't make us absence, but we can go. Really? Oh, yeah, check the handbook. No one checked, but they all trooped out following the older and presumably wiser scholar. The next day, as they filled in to take their seats in front of a clearly infuriated instructor, one freshman decided to take the bull by the horns and challenge the instructor on his tardiness the day before. The student lived to regret it barely, as the instructor erupted into a tirade about education at this level being about wanting it and not being forced into it like kindergarten children. The student's suggestion that the professor read the handbook before tearing into his students provoked the unexpected anger and an unexpected comeback. There's a reason they call it the student handbook, young man. If you'd bothered to thumb through it, you'd know that all instructors at this institution receive 15 minutes grace, exactly the same amount of time we give students before declaring them AWOL from the class. The older student had slunk out at the beginning of that conversation. As it happens, students across the United States are equally guilty of falling for this particular legend, which is trotted out at the beginning of almost every semester as students and professors discover how badly the administration has mucked up the room allocations. Few students have ever read their handbook. Most can't even find it when asked. What do you think? Oh, let me go back. Hold
I
on.
know how I would respond to this in a university setting, but I would be interested to know if there's any truth to this.
Let me read it. Actually, let me continue to read. Brunvan, the Grandmaster of Urban Folklore, quotes a version of this tale that has a harassed professor rushing back to his office for a forgotten item and leaving his hat on the desk. The next day, he chastises his students, and at the next class, he arrives to find a classroom of hats on desks but no students. The film Real Genius takes the distance between student and professorial expectations one step further and reverses the process when the fictional semester ends with the professor leaving his tape recorded lecture running while his students tape it onto their own machines. There's absolutely no one in the classroom. What do you think?
I don't know about other people. Well, like for example, my company has a handbook. I've read the handbook because I want to know what's my time off, what's the sick policy, what's, the policies for different things. You read the handbook. I would presume that people would do that in school too, to know what the student handbook is. What's the maximum I can be late for class? How many lates before I'm kicked out of the class? That sort of thing,
But the older student told them what they needed to know, and they all
Well,
followed the older student.
here's the problem. So there's a couple problems here. If you're not the student that claimed it, if you're one of the other students and you haven't read the handbook, what did Reagan say? Trust but verify.
Yes.
Maybe you verify before you make a reaction. But the next day when I came back, I would have had no problem going up to the professor and gone, "Oh, really? I don't really care what the policy is. Let's talk reality. How would you have responded if I came into your class late? You need to have the same respect for me that you expect me to have for you. That has nothing to do with policies. That has nothing to do with universities. That is just the way society works. Also, considering the fact that you work for me because I pay your damn salary, you should be here on time." Now, I would not be saying that unless I was a student who was always there for class on time. It's kind of hard to hold someone to a standard you're not holding yourself to. But if I do, I'll be like, dude,
Look at his anger.
You have, and I know this from going to university, different professors, regardless of what the university policy is, each professor had a different, some professors like, you need to be here every day on time or else. Others were like, you don't have to be here for a single class, but you're going to be responsible for what happens in so the whole, back to school, thing. If you send someone with a recorder, that's perfectly acceptable as long as you pass the test, right? Every professor was different. But this is part of university, just like high school and every other thing. You're not just teaching them the curriculum, you're teaching them to deal with real world society, or you're supposed to be. So hold yourself to that damn standard, right? Things like the golden rule: do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. That's just standard. So, oh, okay, is that the rule? 15 minutes? Fine, I will be 15 minutes late to every damn class now, Professor. Is that what you want?
See, now I could see unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah, I can too.
Somebody, either the student or the teacher, is on their way to class. They get a flat tire. They run out of gas. Traffic is horrible. I don't know. Something happens medically where they are late to class. Once.
And if I was that professor, you know what I would say? This is what happened. I'm not saying it as an excuse. I'm just letting you know what happened, and I'm asking you for grace. I apologize. That is not acceptable. However, this is what happened, and you can judge me accordingly. That is a certain amount of humility that people respect.
Anyway.
Isn't around.
Right.
My thoughts on this is that this probably didn't happen. Now, can a professor relate to class too? But he's not going to yell at the students or the fact.
Considering how many classes there are and how many universities, something like this probably has happened. Let's be honest.
What I know is when I was an instructor, I think I would allow a couple of tardies a semester because I understand, yes, stuff happens. You know, you try to get to class on time, but I think it was something I also didn't want them to take advantage of and just be late all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it was, you have to measure. Oh, what's this about crocodiles breeding with Nile? Whoa, the crocagator.
The crocagator? Yeah.
I know.
That's awesome.
I heard that too. Any crocs in Florida is scary, but scary enough. But Nile crocs, yikes.
It's gonna happen, man.
Oh, dude.
Take
and
over.
in Australia, they got fucking dragons, I hear, for crying out loud.
Awesome. Can we move to Australia?
Fuck no, because they got other shit too.
Well, I like
they got bad stuff over there, man. If
we move near Tony, we can, because he'll protect us.
Okay.
Used to be American crocs were only in the Keys and Everglades, but a couple months ago they found one in Orlando.
Interesting.
It's funny because
it's true.
I don't know if this is still true, but when I was a kid, you could literally buy young crocodile. No, was it crocodiles or alligators? I can't remember. You could buy them in the pet store. And here's the thing about them. It's very interesting. They're reptiles, and they only grow as big as their habitat allows them. So if you keep them in some sort of an aquarium or something like that, they won't grow very big. They'll stay that size. My uncle, great uncle, Ralph, had a female alligator who was named, he named her Alice. And Alice the alligator, see? And he kept her in a bathtub in the basement. And so she grew to about, I remember them saying she grew to about 6 feet, but I can't imagine she actually grew more than 4.5 feet, if I'm thinking back realistically. Either way, his common law wife, my Aunt Ramona, was scared to death and would not go downstairs. She said, "You can do the damn laundry. I ain't going down there." So that's not an urban legend. That's well, I don't know if it is or not.
That just shows how
Because my family tells me this story. I have no corroboration other than
his family's nuts. Let's just
my family is and has been nuts. Gators will leave you alone if you leave them alone. Crocs will eat the fuck out of you. Absolutely. Tim Hayes, welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Channel member, great supporter of the channel. You are absolutely good people. Mark, what's scary is that on History Channel spinoff show of the Swamp People confirmed that there were Nile crocodiles loose in Florida swamps and even kangaroo dragons. Oh, Komodo dragons. Duh. Man.
Kangaroo dragons?
I actually like that idea. Kangaroo dragons. That's actually...
that would be kind
They'll
of cool.
beat the fuck out of you and they'll breathe fire on you. Netter, they're not really dragons. The saltwater crocs are the largest crocs in the world, full-on man-eaters.
Aw, don't dash my hopes like that.
Come on, boy, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes.
I really like dragons.
She's a man-eater.
Did you like that movie Dragonheart with Sean Connery and Dennis Quaid?
I probably have seen it.
God, I haven't seen that one in years. I vaguely
talks.
Remember. But you know how people are like, I identify as a dragon.
Yes. Be yourself. Unless you can be a dragon, always be a dragon. Can you use an urban legend from Washington, D.C.? Sure. Municipal 9/11 calls came into the police department in the 9th District about a squirrel attacking people. Everyone thought it had rabies. Turned out the squirrel found a drug dealer's stash and ate all the crack. There's the next movie. Cocaine Squirrel. I want that movie.
Okay, there is an episode. This is for you youngins. Probably don't know the show, but there was a show called Barney Miller, and
No, sorry.
And one of the detectives, I forget what his name was, but he was the Asian guy, and he said that they just arrested some drug dealer with a bunch of marijuana, and he was always spouting off like fun facts, and he goes, the University of such and such did a study on squirrels with marijuana and discovered that they would rather play with their nuts than bury them.
Yeah, I had actually a hard time believing that at that time in history they would put that joke on TV, but they abso-friggin-lutely did.
Well, it went over so many heads. It's like, come on.
I love Dragonheart. When I dressed as a knight for Halloween, I referred to myself as a knight of the old code. I love that.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Love
Mark,
it.
really. So before we go on, we are a quarter of the hour past.
We should do the
where I want to, and guys, those of you that are regular, you know what's going on this week. But you know what? I work hard on these promos, so give me just a second. That'll give me a chance to refill my drink, and we'll be back in just under 3 minutes.
You are watching Last Call, streaming every Friday night at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Come on in, pull up a chair, and have a drink with us.
This week on Saturday Night at the Movies, a young soprano becomes the obsession of a disfigured and murderous musical genius who lives beneath the Paris Opera House. Her voice became his passion, her love became his obsession, her refusal became his rage. Listen to the music of the night in The Phantom of the Opera. This week on Big Al Presents Films with Friends, Saturday at 9 Central, 10 Eastern.
In a world where nearly all the entertainment is remakes, reboots, and rehashes of older properties, maybe it's worth it to get some commentary from people who experienced it all when it was novel and fresh. Catch Boomer and Pacelli on Geeky Geezers every Sunday night at 8 Central, 9 Eastern.
This week on Live from Sparkwood and 21, the Superfans will be presenting and discussing the first half of Dynamic. At 8:30 Eastern on Deleted Scenes and Affiliates.
On board Scorpio, Vila intercepts a transmission from Serverland to someone called Cancer, referencing Domo the Ninth and 5 subjects. At first glance, the Federation transmission seems irrelevant. Then Scorpio's crew discover that they are the 5 subjects and the targets of her contract with Cancer, an infallible, hired assassin. This Tuesday on Last Call presents Blake 7 at 10 p.m. Central, 11 Eastern.
It's Thursday night, and Netters Network talks to the streamers who have everybody talking. It's Thursday Things, Thursdays at 9 Central, 10 Eastern on Netters Network.
Did you top off your glasses? We now return to Last Call.
Yes, Sophia, I did. This would technically be my 4th martini. Very, very dry tonight. And just a little disclaimer for the rewatches. Crossing my fingers, Netter and I are going to retest Cosme tomorrow to make sure it works. If it doesn't, we'll have to come up with other options.
Well, have you tested that other option?
I did not today.
Well, you should.
Well, you will help me do that tomorrow. Yes, the copy machine polygraph. So here's an interesting one because It is kind of based on, well, we'll get into it. I like that picture. That was a good
That was
one.
AI too. I thought that was perfect.
I do. Let's see, where are we at? It's not that one, it's here.
I have it.
Here it is. Okay. So The Wire, ripped from real life. Now, let me blow this up for myself because I'm seeing double and triple.
Well, let me know if you need me to read it. All right.
No.
Okay.
No. I might actually be reading a different article than the one I sent you.
I see.
Times review of The Wire season premiere mentions that the first scenes of the new season, which executive producer David Simmons says is always a metaphor for the season's overarching theme, shows detectives pulling a Xerox machine trick. What the article didn't discuss is the fact that, like so much of Simon's work, this scene is ripped from real life. Below, a brief excerpt from Simon's epical 1991 book, Homicide, A Year of the Killing Streets, on which the NBC series was based. So this is where the quote begins.
Yes.
Not long ago, several veteran homicide detectives in Detroit were publicly upbraided and disciplined by their superiors for using the office Xerox machine as a polygraph device. It seems that the detectives, when confronted with a statement of dubious veracity, would sometimes adjourn to the Xerox room and load 3 sheets of paper into the feeder. Truth, said the first. Truth, said the second. Lie, said the third. Then the suspect would be led into the room and told to put his hand against the side of the machine. The detectives would ask the man's name, listen to the answer, then hit the copy button. Truth. And where do you live? Truth again. And did you or did you not kill Tater, shooting him down like a dog in the 1200 block of North Durham Street? Lie. Well, you're a lying mother effer. In Baltimore, the homicide detectives read newspaper accounts of the Detroit controversy and wondered why anyone had a problem. Polygraph by copier was an old trick. It had been attempted on more than one occasion in the 6th floor Xerox room. Gene Constantine, a veteran of Stratton's shift, once gave a mindless wanderer the coordination test for drunk drivers. Follow my finger with your eyes, but don't move your head. Now stand on one foot. Then loudly declared the man's performance indicated obvious deception. You flunked, Constantine told him. You're lying. Convinced, the suspect confessed. This one is one of those ones where, and this was true for a lot of these crime dramas ripped from real life. They're actually based on reality. So if you have people passing this around and saying, well, no, that's just from, this TV drama or whatever. Sometimes it's based on something absolutely friggin' real. And this is the case here. Yeah. And look, cops will tell you, and actually Batman will tell you this too. Criminals are stupid. So you tell them something, you can get them to confess. You can get them to you can trick them into confessing. And this does not constitute legal advice, but cops can lie to you.
Yeah. I remember there was an episode of Homicide: Life in the Street where they were interviewing the cops. And like says, yes, you're a suspect. We bring you through and ask you the questions. The first thing out of your mouth should be lawyer. What are you doing? It's like we will find out if you don't do that.
Yeah. Well, look, just like, and this is an old adage, it's absolutely true. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. You are still bound by the law, whether you know it or not. So it is your responsibility to know the law. By the same token, it's your responsibility to know your rights. And a lot of times cops count on you not knowing your rights.
Yes.
So that's why the whole adage / joke from lawyers is shut the fuck up, right? When a cop asks you a question, you do what? You shut the fuck up. You say, my lawyer will speak for me in all matters. Well, we're going to take you down to the station. Take me down to the station, but I will not say anything until my lawyer is present.
You don't even need to say all that. When they start asking you questions, you just say, lawyer.
Well, yeah.
All you say is lawyer.
Keep it as brief as possible. That's absolutely
There's
true.
no misconstruing.
Again, this should not be construed as legal advice. This is just my understanding of the law. Don't take any advice from anyone you listen to on YouTube. Just saying.
Yeah, it's like whenever you are being questioned, the only words out of your mouth should be lawyer.
I
do not say anything else.
I do not shake my martinis because
That
my
would boost the
martinis
gin.
are always gin. I thus far have not been other than one experiment when I was doing the James Bond test. I do not make martinis using vodka. Therefore, I only ever stir my martinis. I never shake.
Otherwise, you're bruising the gin.
Because what's the point, right? If you're aerating your gin, you're losing all those floral notes of the juniper.
The world's greatest gentleman spy, James Bond.
Well, there you go.
Juniper.
Troy, another urban myth was that the U.S. military had next the generation battleship, and I mean battleship, that would have been similar in size to the canceled Montana-class battleship. Part 2 says, there was even a rumor that the warship could have more firepower than the 7th Fleet combined. I would encourage you to look into the World War II story about the battleship made out of, or was it a battleship or an aircraft carrier made out of ice?
Ooh.
Look into that. Very, very interesting. And it's actually true. My favorite clip from Law and Order. Did you get the shirt? Yeah, I got the shirt. Did you get the bullets for the shirt? There you go. So this is one of those examples where they made a TV show. People have talked about it as if it was an urban legend, but in a way, it was actually true. And it has been replicated many times because criminals are stupid.
Superstitious, cowardly lot.
That's the Batman quote. There you go. Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Organic
when I saw the
diet
picture, I
pill.
knew what you were going with. That's why I put it into the thumbnail.
There we go. Look at this. So, this is from...
This is actually another one that is an urban legend based on reality.
What?
Did you make the screen stuff?
I can't. I don't know what's causing that.
What's wrong?
Okay.
I'm getting this flickering on YouTube on the sides of the screen, and I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah.
I want to see if I can see.
Maybe
Let me go and read from the book.
Maybe I can refresh the screen or something, see if that helps.
Okay.
So a new organic diet pill from South America that had just hit the market was creating a genuine sensation. The manufacturer claimed that people who took the pill could eat all they wanted and still lose weight.
True.
And the remarkable thing was that the claims were true. People ate everything they wanted and did lose weight. The news of the pill spread people all over the country and began buying it. Spread people. Okay. Drugstores ran out and the manufacturer couldn't keep up with the demand. But then disturbing stories began to circulate about people who had stopped taking the pill and continued to lose weight. They not only became thin, but dangerously thin. Finally, federal inspectors began looking into the pill. They discovered that all those people who had taken the pill now had a huge tapeworm in their stomach and intestines. The tapeworm absorbed all the nutrition from the food they ate, and that's why no matter how much they ate, they still lost weight. Hold on.
Yep.
Okay, that's creepy.
We're not done yet. The pills themselves contained the head of a living tapeworm. After a dieter swallowed the pill, the outside coating dissolved, and the tapeworm's head lodged in the stomach. There it was able
Well,
to.
wait a minute. Lodge. The way it works is it would bite down on the inside of the intestine, and then it would start absorbing the nutrients from the intestine, and it would grow from there. That's really what it was doing. It doesn't lodge. It's part of its life cycle.
There it was able to regenerate the rest of its body. These
Yep.
particular parasites could grow several feet in length. They were very difficult to kill. They could be poisoned, but the poison was so strong that it often killed the person who had the tapeworm as well.
Yep.
A second method was much safer but quite disgusting. The person had to starve for several days. Then he would place a saucer of warm milk on the counter, open his mouth wide in front of the saucer, and wait. The worm, which had become very hungry during the days of fasting, would be attracted to the smell of milk and crawl out of the stomach, up the person's
I
throat,
don't buy
and
that.
out of his
I don't
mouth
buy
to
that.
get the milk. When the worm finally emerged, it could then be captured and killed. And
I don't buy that
we
at
do have a
all.
picture of such this happening. And there you go. So what do we think? True story? Yes. Yes.
Based
Yes.
on a true
Oh,
story.
please.
It is based on a true story. So
That's not how this works.
that's not how any of this works. No. In Victorian times, they did used to eat the eggs of tapeworms. That would help them to lose weight. However, this was incredibly dangerous, incredibly difficult to remove, and that whole milk thing did not work.
So, let's see. In August 2014, an episode of Discovery Fit and Health's medical scare Dr. Untold Stories of the Yard dramatized the supposed real-life scenario, which a teenage girl arrived at a Florida hospital's emergency room with a bulging stomach, and the cause of the patient's malady was eventually revealed when she went to the bathroom and excreted tapeworms. The girl's mother then allegedly admitted that she had fed her daughter tapeworm egg pills to help the girl drop some weight before an upcoming beauty pageant. At some point, the patient went to the bathroom and started screaming. It was a toilet bowl filled with tapeworms. Bleck, said the ER nurse.
Anybody who's had, for example, dogs or cats that have had worms would absolutely know that there's some legitimacy to such a thing. Yeah, absolutely.
That's gross.
It is absolutely gross. Incredibly dangerous. This is not how you want to lose weight. However, the fact that people have tried this over time is testimony. So there is another. So look, this is the Victorian version of Ozempic, right? People are taking Ozempic right now to lose weight, and they're ending up with brittle bones, and ending up with serious injuries as a result.
Yikes.
When I was a younger guy back in the 90s, I used an over-the-counter weight loss method that I thought was actually great at the time. It's called Metabolife. Does anyone know about Metabolife? What it was basically over-the-counter friggin' speed. It was like doing cocaine, and it gave you plenty of energy, and it killed your appetite, and you lost weight.
Go.
Let me tell you. Until they took that off the market.
It's like what the mother took in that Requiem for a Dream movie.
Requiem for a Dream. Oh my gosh, is that the one with what's her name?
Jennifer Connelly, yes.
Oh damn! Well, I've seen excerpts from that. I can't unsee them.
Okay, well I'm sorry. It's not a nice movie, but anyway.
No, it is not.
It's interesting to note many accounts of the. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. No, I mean, it's. Do you think this happened?
Yes, it absolutely did. I shared
Claudia
the thumbnail.
Schiffer apparently took them.
The thumbnail for tonight's stream contains an actual advert for buying tapeworm eggs. I can't remember if it's eggs or larvae that women actually used to purchase at their local apothecary during Victorian times to lose weight. It was incredibly dangerous and foolish, but it's no different than all of the other weight loss methods we've used ever since, including the modern Ozempic fad, so to speak.
Listen to this. Other versions of how to draw the tapeworm include placing milk cookies and a hammer near the afflicted person's anus for a few nights and letting the tapeworm gorge himself into complacency on the treats. Once this has been accomplished, the cookie is withheld. When the worm comes out all the way to demand, "Where's my cookie?" whoever is stuck with the worm watching duty that night bashes it with the hammer. An alternative vermifuge calls for 29 steaks and a hammer. The patient eats a steak for 29 days in a row, then fasts on the 30th day. The worm becomes closely acquainted with the hammer right when it emerges to demand
I can guarantee you
You like that story, huh? That's true.
I don't care what you put by your mouth or by your anus. The worm is not moving from where he's at. What will happen is if you start starving yourself, it will start consuming you. That's how tapeworms work.
Netter, you like that picture?
Adorable.
Adorable.
I thought it was nasty. That's what I thought. I was like, that's just nasty. It's disgusting. I hate tapeworms. I don't even know if that's what a tapeworm looks like.
That's
what the AI came up with. Okay.
When I was a young bloke, I used to work at the bait shop in my uncle's marina, and I used to put together the nightcrawler, cups for people that they were going out fishing, and yeah. That kind of reminds me of that, to be honest with you.
Disgusting.
It's protein. It's protein.
That's what in the army they treat you. They say they strand you and they'll say you got to cook up anything. So you got to cook up worms. You're going to cook them, right?
Oh, I think I've mentioned this story before. I had there was a guy that came to the office I was working at to teach us basic first aid. And he got off on a little bit of a tangent talking about survival training when he was in the military. And he was saying that, you go long enough without food, you'll eat friggin' anything. And when you're starving and you get a little bit of protein, a worm, a bug, whatever you find, it's like, you pop it and you're like, poing! Most people in the Western world don't know what starvation is like.
No.
Say it. Just got to appreciate it. Troy, going back to the battleship urban myth, there were also talks about reactivating the old Iowa-class battleship, given the rumors that the new ship would have been 16-inch caliber guns. There you go.
By the way, the retelling of that worm story came from The Beheaded Freshman and Other Nasty Rumors by Daniel Cohen.
Yeah. So the Victorian angle on this, absolutely true. Look into it.
That might be its origin of this, yes.
It absolutely is, yes.
All right. Should I go to the next one?
Yes, please. Oh, I've got notes on this one.
Man Without a Face. I did my best. How's that?
Man without a face, got no
eyes without a face. Yes,
it's eyes without a face.
I'm telling you, man, this may have. Yeah. Well, I'll let you take it on.
June 18th of 2000. Have you heard? Mel Gibson, 1993 directorial debut, The Man Without a Face, in which he starred as the horribly disfigured titular fellow. Is based on the actor's own life. After a savage beating that required extensive plastic surgery to fix, Mel overcame his tragedy and went on to become the A-list movie star he is today. Not! Yep, folks, you've been had by yet another urban legend. An email. Oh, sorry, I went too far there.
Oh, Harvey.
An email. Yep. Yes, very good. An email making the rounds, which is in the form of a radio piece by Chicago personality Paul Harvey, has
and
been.
Now you know the rest of the story.
Yep. Has been officially debunked by Harvey's office. It's true that Harvey did his landmark, in quotes, and that man was Mel Gibson, piece, close quotes, piece, on the Patriot Star, June 24, but it had nothing to do with the handsome movie icon needing plastic surgery. The anecdote Harvey ran concerned the time Gibson was auditioning for the lead in Mad Max. He'd been in a bar brawl the night before, and director George Miller liked the actor's bruised, knocked around look, which was perfect for the part of the leather-clad loner. Somehow the actual anecdote became distorted into the hoax email snaking its way around the globe, with many versions saying it aired as a Paul Harvey piece. How to spot whether the next tall tale is an urban legend or not? Go to www.urbanlegends.com. Somebody tell me if that webpage still exists, where they track and debunk such things. For more details on the Mel Gibson hoax, such as the fact that The Man Without a Face was based on Isabel Holland's 1972 novel and not on any incident in Gibson's own life, go to www.urbanlegends.com/ULZ/Gibson.html. That's from ABC News, folks. So it's got to be true, right? Because we believe the mainstream media in all matters. Not.
So what drew you to this story?
It came up in a list of urban legends that I found. That's all it was.
No, man,
I honestly did not even know about it.
Then he went to church to ask God's forgiveness, and then the priests I know knew a plastic surgeon.
And then he made some anti-Semitic remarks and blah blah blah.
Well, as soon as he did that, then his face started to melt off. Right? No, I'm sorry.
Right.
Like the surgery became undone because he broke his promise to be a good man or something.
Is the best way to get fun out of Battlefield is to steal from the enemy camp supply officer. And I used to do this during airsoft games when my group forgot to bring food for the 3-day games. Look, there is an adage from Sun Tzu to forage off the enemy. Instead of relying on your own supplies, forage off the enemy. That has nothing to do with the topic at hand, but I think it applies to what you were talking about there, Jesse. So there you go. So this whole urban legend about Mel Gibson, which I didn't know before 2 days ago, absolute bunkus, but
very much bunk.
Absolutely. There you go.
Well, I guess we're going to get to our last one.
Go for it, man.
This is having Arnold for dinner. And
this had something to do with pork. I didn't know what this was about.
I'm gonna read. This is another. I figured I'd do.
Damn! Now I wish
one.
I had those pork chops you made the other day, Netter.
So this is from Hollywood Urban Legends by Richard Roper, the film critic that used to be on with Roger Ebert. He wrote a book about Hollywood Urban Legends.
Is one of those reviewers that I actually really liked.
Yes.
Local guy, by the way.
Chicago too, I believe. Right? Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, though, I like that picture the best. So. Of all the idiotic comedies of the 1960s, from Gomer Pyle, USMC, and My Mother the Car to Beverly Hillbillies, perhaps the most lame-brained of all was Green Acres, which starred Eddie Albert.
Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me.
You a Green Acres fan?
I used to watch it. I can't say that I was a fan, but
it was on TV. It was
a spin-off of Petticoat Junction, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched it.
This is about the ones who were. Was this about the farming group that struck the black gold?
No, that was Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, never mind.
They were.
What the heck was Green Acres?
Wait, no, you're absolutely right. All three of those films, Green Acres, Petticoat Junction and
Beverly
Hillbillies were all in the same, shared universe.
What the heck is underneath that pig? Are those all pineapple rings? I wonder. What are those like?
They look like donuts.
Or donuts?
Yeah, they could be pineapple. They should be.
It's the AI. Okay, we do our best.
Oh God, now I'm getting hungry, dude. Man,
you want some roast pork now, don't you? Okay, so
I'm telling you, pork, the other white meat.
yes. So start Eddie Albert and Ava Gabor as two wealthy city dwellers who shuck it all to go live on a farm. I think they explained why in the opening theme song, but I could never get through the whole song.
You remember Mr. Haney? Yes.
The story is, the husband was a big shot lawyer in New York. He got tired of city life and wanted to move out to the country to be a farmer where life was a little bit more simple and made sense to him. However, he was a horrible farmer. And his wife, Eva Gabor, or maybe it was Ava, I forget which Gabor sister it was.
It wasn't Jaja.
Yeah, it wasn't Jaja. It was either Eva or Ava. Her character hated being out in the country because it's like, I'm a Manhattan girl. Like, what the heck?
Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
But what was weird is that she understood the country life better than her husband.
Yeah. So Nate says, no, Petticoat Junction was a spinoff of Green Acres. Doesn't matter. My point is they were part of the same shared universe is what I was really getting at, to be honest with you.
So anyway, he goes on to say probably the biggest star on the show was the charming pig, Arnold Ziffel.
Arnold Ziffel, yes.
Fans of Green Acres tell me that Arnold was always stealing scenes from Ava Gabor.
That's kind of true.
Which I might be the only act of thievery that's easier than taking candy. What are you doing, Richard? He's being really mean. Candy from a baby.
She was not a good actress, let's be honest.
According to a TV lore, Albert, an admittedly fine character actor, and Gabor weren't exactly big fans of the pig, and during the last season, they plotted their revenge. Arnold was dead meat, so to speak. After the final show was filmed, Albert and Gabor held a big barbecue on the set for all the cast and crew, and right there in the center of the party, roasting on a spit, was Arnold Ziffel himself. Some of the crew thought it was a cruel trick, and they voiced their feelings for leaving the party in disgust, but others were glad to see Arnold where he belonged, and they sat down for a hearty meal. Snort, snort. What do you think? True or false, man?
I doubt this is true, but if it is true, I'd be totally fine with it. So most of you all know that Netter and myself and Mark Melnikoff have been part of the Klingon fandom for decades now. And when we used to get together once a year for a big fest out in the country here, the head of the Klingon, Klingon Armada International, he used to do a big potluck out at his farm, and he would oftentimes get a whole pig that he would roast in the ground. He'd dig the hole, do the charcoal, light it, put the pig in the ground, roast it all day long. This was some of the best meat I think I freaking ever had. So I don't know what the story is behind
and then the next day they couldn't find their 3-month-old daughter. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Oh God, you're combining them here. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
No. That's kind of not cool because I really love these kids. They were sweethearts, and
it was good meat. You were saying yes.
No, not only that, his son had a huge crush on Netter. So
he used to follow me around.
Used to follow her around and stuff. But in fact, his daughter, she was nuts. She used to, there was, one of the Klingons, so I don't know how much you guys know about Klingon lore and stories and whatnot, but there's this thing that because the ridges on their forehead, One of the things in Klingon culture is to do headbutts, to show your strength and whatnot. Well, she was real into it. She was like, she said to one of the guys, "Hey, I want a headbutt." He said, "Okay," and she literally grabbed him and just boing, and she top of her head into his forehead, almost fucking knocked him out. She was like, I don't know, like 12 years old at the time. It's like, oh girl, you're like friggin' aces. Just you win the no prize for Klingondom tonight. Let me just tell you. Real quick, I want to say hi to Wilkie's Movies and Music. I am so thankful to him because I can forward my posse from Liquid Lunch on Fridays over to your channel because together we grow, and I hope you're doing real well on your channel, my friend. Doing everything I can to support you. Really, really am. You're good people. Troy, I wouldn't be surprised if they did eat the pig, similar to what happened to the octopus on the Toho King Kong versus Godzilla from the 1960s. If you've got information about that, I'd love to hear more about that. But Boomer, do you know anything about this? Is this true, or is this?
So this is what Richard Roper has to say. Come on. In reality, there was no pig who played Arnold Ziffel. During the complete run of the series, as many as a dozen pigs were used.
I'm not surprised by that.
Like somebody was going to be able to tell the difference. If lassies can be interchangeable, certainly multiple Arnold Ziffers wouldn't be a problem. Ziffels wouldn't be a problem.
I would not. Yeah, so I would not be surprised if they had a cast party where they were roasting a pig, just to, it's Arnold.
Lassie was not a female dog. Lassie was a boy.
What?
Yes.
It's because the
males
are
easier to
train.
Yeah.
So Lassie, even though they kept saying, "Here, girl," and all this, Lassie was a boy dog because they're easier to train.
It's important to keep in mind that dogs don't actually understand English. They get the gist of what you mean based on your tone. So,
yes. I guess.
Real quick, I want to say hi to the Horror King. Good to see you again, man. Damn, do you ever friggin' sleep? I know that you're over on the other side of the pond, and you were here for Liquid Lunch, and you're here now? My gosh, man, do you ever sleep? No, I appreciate you being here. Always good to see you. Can I tell you a dirty joke? A man fell in the mud. Oh, that's an old one.
And then the clean joke is he took a bath.
Wasn't there a follow-up dirty joke? Oh, no. Here's the way it goes. Can I tell you a dirty joke? Man fell in the mud. Can I tell you a clean joke? The man took a bath with Bubbles. Can I tell you another dirty joke? Bubbles was the girl next door.
Ba-dum-bum.
There you go. I probably wouldn't have remembered that one if I wasn't drunk. Wilkie's Music giving me a $2 super chat. Here I am, a member of your channel. You're a member of mine. You're dropping a $2 super chat. What's up with you, my friend? Always appreciate the support. Thank you, my friend. We are already over the goal we were looking for, despite, I know it says 6 out of 10. It's bullshit. We've hit the monetary value I was reaching for. We'll be having a karaoke stream in the coming weeks. And you are certainly welcome to join us. Corey, are you the type that would sing on a karaoke stream? Just wondering.
So all the pigs were sent to farms where they lived out happy, sedated lives.
That's always good.
Also, there was also a rumor going around that the cast of Babe ate the pig at the end of the production of the movie Babe. That didn't happen.
I like octopus. If you know what you're doing when you prepare it, it's going to be, if you cook it, if you don't cook it long enough, it's not going to be good. If you cook it too long, it gets rubbery. But if you keep cooking it, it gets tender again. Yeah, so there you go. But yeah. Wait a minute. Not sure if people would want to hear me sing. Dude, people just paid $20 to hear me friggin' sing. And I can't sing.
Look.
When no one else can understand me, you touch my hand and I'm a king. Your kiss to me is worth a fortune. Your love for me is everything. I sound like Colomini from what was that film? The Commitments, right? Doing
I like
the
that
Elvis
movie.
thing. It is a good movie. It is a
There are
good movie.
there are two follow-ups to it. Did you know that?
I think you mentioned it, but I don't think I've seen
They
either one of them.
follow different members of the family. The second one is about the
Colomini
daughter,
is in all three of them, though.
and he's
isn't
all
he?
three, and the third one's about
Yeah.
him. So
It should be. It
Yeah.
friggin' should be. Yeah,
the
absolutely.
third one is called The Van. He decides to him and his friend go into business and make a chipper.
Boomer,
van.
help me out because I'm freaking drunk and I'll forget.
Yes.
But if you DM me later, I want to do rewatches of The Commitments and the two sequels. If you can help me
Yeah, I
out.
think what is the sequel? The Snapper and The Van. I think those are the sequels.
I have not seen either of those movies,
very
and
good.
Netter hasn't seen those movies either, and she's the one that introduced me to the
You'll like them.
Commitments.
You'll like
I
them.
have
They're all
both
good.
soundtracks. There are two soundtracks to the Commitments you absolutely must get. They are good.
The Snapper begins with a Celtic version of the Elvis song. The "Falling in Love with You" song by Elvis. The whatever it's called. But it's done Celtic style.
Falling
But it's done
in
Irish style. It's funny to listen
I would
to.
love to hear that. That sounds really. What the heck am I doing here? Hold on a second, Troy. So, what on the set of King Kong versus Godzilla from the '60s is that they had two octopuses?
Octopi.
No, I think it's actually octopuses. It sounds better to me when I'm drunk, so I'm going with octopuses.
Octopi.
And the director ate one of them after it bit him. Oh, yeah. People don't realize this, but live octopuses, they have these beaks that really hurt when you...
I saw 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah.
It was a big one that had a beak.
Dude, I read that ride at Disney World, and it scared the crap out of me as a 6-year-old kid. Just saying. No. Dude, I'm gonna have a karaoke stream. Come on by. Do a song with us. What the hell? The fun of karaoke is you gotta sing like you don't need the money. Baby was an animatronic, so
No, they got a talking pig for the movie. I believe that.
it's like when I saw the first Jurassic Park. I went with my buddy Otto, and I'm sitting there as people are filing out, and I'm like, dude, where did they get the real dinosaurs from for this movie? Damn, that was good. That's what I thought. Deleted scenes, yeah. I told my girlfriend she should embrace her mistakes. She gave me a big hug.
Oh,
I get it. That's a good one. I like that.
All right.
Oh! I need to get a sound bite worked into my studio here. Phrasing, absolutely. Troy, if I had the gear and recording room, I would join you for singing. The problem is I don't have anything of the equipment. It doesn't matter if you have.
If you have a gaming headset with a mic, that'll work.
No. All you need is a mic. If you have any kind of mic, and you can share with me, share your screen. We can work on it. We can make it work, Jesse. If you have a mic, that's really all you need.
All right.
Yeah, it's just like you do for your show. You got a mic right there.
I asked my dog, what's 2 minus 2? He said nothing. He was right.
That's funny. That's funny.
Detroit hockey fans used to throw octopi on, I think it's octopuses. Somebody Google that. What is the plural of octopus?
Alexa, what is the plural of octopus?
The plural form of octopus is octopi, or octopuses.
Oh, so you're both right.
I guess we're both right.
That's interesting.
On the ice until it was banned. In the old days, you needed 8 playoff wins to get a Stanley Cup. octopus tentacles are a Klingon delicacy. I'm sure they're called something different in Klingon. Mark, Mark Melnikoff, where the heck are you? Tell me about that. What does a gay guy at a bungee jumper have in common? Oh God. If that rubber breaks, they're both in deep shit.
Oh.
I remember that one. I remember that one from my younger days. Yeah.
Good thing this isn't
Jesse,
a
I can
family
relate
show.
there. That's
Yeah,
why
right.
I don't live stream. I don't even have a working mic. Okay, fair enough. If you don't have a mic, it's going to be really hard to do the karaoke. Alexa is listening to the woke. Yeah. No, you're not wrong about that.
Do you want to see the outtakes?
Oh, damn. I'm scared.
Okay, so yeah, this is the turkey in the crib. That's one that didn't quite make it because
that's less scary than the turkey. Yeah,
he kept putting the bird's head on it. I'm like, I don't want the bird's head on there. I just want
I
no. Let's see. That's another one. I almost used this one. But
that one actually isn't bad. Yeah, that's fine actually.
All right. Let's see.
Damn, now I fucking want turkey.
Stop swearing.
Alexa, add turkey to the shopping list.
Okay.
Turkey added.
Because we're coming up on the holidays here. Okay, what is this one?
That was supposed to be that was supposed to be like the babysitter that was on drugs. Because I went with that originally, and it kept screwing up. But I thought that was creepy looking. But that looks
honestly,
like a little girl.
That one is probably worth keeping for a future one. Because that's.
Well, I'll hold on to it.
Netter, this one looks like a haunted version of you.
It does look like me.
Right?
Okay.
Looks like me as a little girl.
That's another one of the stone babysitter, but again, she's facing out from the door. I decided to go with the turkey instead.
Yeah, that kind of doesn't. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so moving on to another angry professor.
That one's actually, yeah.
It's okay. That's women eat. That was another one with the.
That's a small. That one's almost sad because that's a suckling pig.
Yes, they're very happy. Okay, let's see. I also had it's another pig again.
That one is the cooked pig is actually standing. That's ridiculous.
What is the AI thinking when I give it commands? This is ridiculous.
I know.
This one's not bad. I almost went with this one, but yeah.
God, that actually looks good.
All right, moving on to another one. See?
Yeah, okay. That's not bad either. Real quick, Jesse Guajardo says, turkey sandwich with ham, provolone cheese, Italian bread, spinach, and lettuce. Jesse, that does sound really good, but that also tells me you ain't Jewish.
Is it against kosher to put both spinach and lettuce on a sandwich? Two different plants. I'm sorry.
Usually, most cheeses and meats.
I know, mixing those two and plus ham. That's verboten. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that.
You're not allowed for dairy and meat to touch.
What the hell? Two-headed worm? That's a problem. That one's actually not too bad. That one's not too bad.
Push me, fool you.
Okay. Yeah. This one grossed me out.
Yeah, that's almost too real. Yeah.
Let's move on to. Do not like this one either. I almost did go with this one, but I went the one with the bowl instead. These are the different.
Man without a face. I dig it.
They too much face. That was the problem. That's why I didn't use them.
Yeah, I see
this one.
Is that the one you went with?
No, I went with a different one. A different guy in a dark alley. And here are the phones. That's
what the hell is that? Yeah. What platform do you use?
Canva. These were made with Canva.
Oh, okay. Real quick, Mark Dahley says, during the holidays, I grab Cornish game hen from the poultry freezer and say, thanks to Bidenflation, this is the only turkey I can afford. Man. So I have taken to look. I've loved Cornish game hens since I was a kid. My mom used to make them. She would stuff them with buttered rice, And that is my porg for Life Day. Troy, I had to leave your live stream earlier because I had some things to take care of, and I thought I'd be back before your live stream was over, but sadly, that didn't happen. Well, my live stream isn't over and you're here, so...
Unless you meant Liquid Lunch, dear.
Oh, you might have meant Liquid Lunch. Well, dude, remember, these things, you could always watch them on the rerun. That's the great thing about these the streaming platform. Police officer pulls over a 90-year-old lady. Officer says, "Ma'am, do you have any weapons in the car?" Old lady said, "Yes, officer, I do." Officer says, "May I ask, what do you have?" The old lady says, "Well, I have. And I haven't gotten another
No, the next
update."
one. Look.
Oh, no. Yeah, it takes me a while for it to populate here in EVMux. 9mm set alarm at 357 Magnum pump action shotgun, a combat knife, 2 more rifles, a service revolver. The police officer says, "Ma'am, what are you afraid of?" The old woman says, "Not a damn thing." Oh, dude.
Funny.
2A to the max, my friend. Thank you.
Do you like the picture?
I understand why you went with the other one, but
ostentatious,
yeah,
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Ouch! What the hell is that? It doesn't even look like a phone.
Yeah, and barely see that one either.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. That's it for the night. You can get us out of here now. That's it.
Okay.
That's all she wrote. Until Urban Legends Part 4, The Revenge. Okay, is that the name of Jaws 4, The Revenge, as I recall? Remember Jaws 4?
No, wasn't it Jaws 3? Jaws 3 was...
I thought Jaws 3 was 3D.
It was, but I think Jaws 3 was The Revenge. Maybe somebody in the chat can set us straight if that's the case.
What was the shark doing in Part 4? Was it asking for forgiveness at that point? You know what? You've done bad. I've done bad. Can we move on?
So help me out. Jaws 3 was Louis Gossett Jr., Dennis Quaid, and Bess Armstrong, as I recall. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that is my recollection. And I had a huge crush on Bess Armstrong in those days, so that's the only reason I definitely remember her. I liked every friggin' movie that Louis Gossett Jr. was in. Just saying.
Jaws
Wait a minute. I can't like Louis Gossett Jr. because I'm a white male and I'm supposed to be racist, right? Right?
Iron Eagle. That's classic.
I love every friggin' one of the Iron Eagle movies.
Officer and a Gentleman, classic.
I got nowhere to go.
Did you like it when I did that for Flappy? Fleeting, not to be fired from Twin Peaks, says, "I've got nowhere else to go." And it's like...
All the Jaws movies suck balls. Look, I dig it. Look, growing up in the 70s, I was scared to be in a friggin' wading pool because of Jaws. Fuck. Remember,
Caine.
Jaws was PG.
Yes.
PG. It predated PG-13.
Did you see a severed?
I was way too
movie?
fucking young to see Jaws.
Hey. Anyway, Jaws 4 had Michael Caine in it.
Jaws 4 was The Revenge. Jaws 3 was the 3D at the water park.
I told you.
Okay.
Did you ever
Troy,
see
that last Thanksgiving we had Little Caesar's pizza, Popeye's fries and biscuits, and Chick-fil-A nuggets. Dude, whatever, man. Whatever. Look, I know there's tradition, right? There's turkey or ham or whatever, a big feast or whatever. But look,
hold the phone.
Here in the West, have whatever you want. The thing to be thankful for is you can have a feast of whatever you enjoy because we are so blessed. That's why you're thankful.
Jesse, why aren't you getting the chicken from Popeyes? You're getting the fries and the
Love
biscuits.
that chicken from Popeye.
Now, I do like the Chick-fil-A nuggets. They are the best nuggets you can get retail-wise. But
Damn,
Popeyes chicken ain't bad.
Chick-fil-A's got some pretty damn
Their
good
tenders ain't bad. I'm just
chicken.
saying.
To be honest, yeah, absolutely.
Now I want Popeyes. Why'd you do that to me? Now I have it in my head.
I'm assuming that Deleted Scenes is talking about the original Jaws, the best movie I've seen all year. Gonna need a bigger boat. Just gonna need a bigger boat. So, was that the last urban legend we had, my friend?
Yeah, that's it. I just doing the outtakes.
Because I just realized we are 8 minutes past 11 o'clock.
We're done.
Well, my time, and
we're done. I'm done with urban legends. Like I said, there are plenty more.
There are plenty more, and there are
there
some
ones
that are
being created, being talked about now. New ones.
There are some AI related ones that we will have to
take care of.
Yes. AI/urban legends.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna take over, man. AI.
Yeah. Well, Netter, why are you dancing over there?
I got a song in my head.
Okay, that's fair. This is how much Netter and I have been drinking tonight.
Did you know that there was a made for...
So y'all know I don't usually drink, but he gave me a pretty full glass of this concoction we made.
She's not even done with it. She's drunk.
I'm mostly...
We're going to have fun tonight. What were you saying, Boomer?
There was a made-for-TV sequel to the Stepford Wives called The Revenge of the Stepford Wives, where the Stepford Wives go nuts and start killing the husbands. There's your Monday night movie you got to hunt.
You know, I have a hard time relating to the Stepford Wives because I've already got the perfect wife. I don't need a robot wife.
It wasn't there, and then there was a made-for-TV sequel to Rosemary's Baby called Whatever Happened to Rosemary's
Whatever
Baby.
Happened to Rosemary's Baby with Patty Duke, yes.
With Patty Duke, because they couldn't get Mia Farrow to do 10 minutes in that movie.
For F's sake, for crying
out.
So
bad. And they had Ray Milland in it as I guess the head of the Witches' Coven or whatever it was from the first one. Because they couldn't get that actor back for it.
People also forget that there was a fourth Omen movie that was a made-for-TV film with Faye Grant. Look, the only reason I saw it was because Faye Grant was in it, and I was friggin' in love with her back then.
That's one that's so complicated because now they have to find out a way for like there to be like another Antichrist, and then it's almost like you want to ask the devil, "Do you really know what you're doing?" It's like you missed your shot in part 3. It's like,
I don't know though. I tell you, I look at this world around me right now, and it's like I think Satan's doing just fine.
Yeah,
he's got people on the hook.
There's a lot of people spitting out nasty stuff online.
Oh my God! It's like would you
have said that? Would you and I have said that stuff when we were in our 20s and age, and just especially on a public forum?
Never. It's like, look,
even if we felt that way, you don't say that out loud.
You never say that.
It's like
because you'd be embarrassed. You'd be like, oh God, I can't imagine anybody hearing me say something so vile. What people would think of me, and they're proud of it. This world really is upside down.
Because we were raised with manners.
More than manners, just simple human decency. We have literally devolved into animals when you look at some of the people, what they're posting on social media these days. We've got to be in the end times. We've got to be.
Jessica Hardo says, Age Mirror, that Thanksgiving was the worst. Almost all the chicken-based restaurants were out of chicken except for Chick-fil-A. Well, good on Chick-fil-A for, then servicing your family there.
Chick-fil-A's honestly putting out the best chicken out there.
They're the best fried chicken chain.
Even KFC is kind of fallen off over.
KFC is hit or miss. That's the problem with them.
Yeah.
They're either really good or really not good, and that's the problem with them. I haven't been to a Church's in ages, too. That's the other chain I'm thinking about. But, yeah.
Oh, okay. So Mark Daly says the horror film House has a sequel, House 2. The second story. Never saw either, but the title cracked me up. Dude, I've seen them both. I don't remember the second one, which tells me it's probably mediocre.
That's okay.
But the first one
I still had fun with it.
The first one was William Catt and Richard Mole Dude, you gotta see it. If you haven't seen the first House movie, you gotta see it. It's
Bill
really
Maher
worth
is in the second House movie. He has like a
Really?
brief part. Yeah, he's like some. I don't know if he's a realtor or like an ex or like the
That's
ex-boyfriend
funny.
of the guy's girlfriend that
That's
he's dating.
funny.
Or something.
That's funny.
And then there's like instead of it having
Bless you, Netter.
instead of Norm Peterson from Cheers, it's the guy that played the mailman. Cliff is in it. What's his name?
That's kind of funny that one was in one.
And one of the others in the sequel. Yes, he
That's
shows
kinda
up.
funny.
But this one's more about weird time travel than ghosts. It's like stuff from other, like there's a caveman that pops up, and then
There was
dude from the old west.
So I've
And,
talked
yeah.
about the movie Waxwork and Waxwork 2. Waxwork had a huge impact on me, and then Waxwork 2 was a very different tone. They recast the female lead, which kind of ruined it for me. But then Bruce Campbell shows up, and it becomes a Bruce Campbell film. And it's
I have to watch it now.
Yeah. You need to see both. So the first one, of course, has Dana Ashbrook from Twin Peaks.
Oh.
So yeah. The first. Don't. I am not a big one that says, well, you got to see the first movie before you see the second movie. But with Waxwork, you do need to see them. They're two very different tones. God bless you, Netter, twice.
Thank you.
And you do need to see the first before you see the second. That's my opinion. Geek Flag with Nate Knows again drops $2 to say, bless you, Netter. Thank you so much, my friend. And Geek Flag, you gotta get your wife in here sometime. She needs to say hi to us at least once, just saying.
Yeah.
But I asked the lemon what it wanted for dinner. It just gave me a sour look.
Funny, man.
I just realized we're a quarter past the hour and I'm keeping you. And you.
Yeah, I have to get to bed.
I need
I'm
to
the
probably
party
get a
pooper,
booze
everybody,
sponge in
sorry.
me and into my wife, and then we gotta do whatever we gotta do before we go to bed, and then we gotta get up to go shopping tomorrow. So
You should get if there was a Publix in your area, they have buy one get one free on Milanos.
ooh, that sounds good.
I like the mint ones. But that's just me.
There you
All
go.
right, do we want to go through what's coming up this week, or I know we did the promos.
Well,
so-
I mean, I did the promos earlier. Let's just say that for the weekend. Let's just do the weekend. So
Sure.
later tonight for some of you, depending on what time zone you're in. Tomorrow for us, over on Big Al Presents Films with Friends, Phantom of the Opera. Great musical. Looking forward to that one. Then Sunday, of course, Agent Boomer. What are we going to be talking about on Geeky Geezers?
Lots of things. Some Batman news, oddly enough, in the comic book realm. We're going to be talking about that.
Yeah.
A very popular comic book got released featuring Batman, which is surprising. You don't normally hear about that stuff lately. Also, a certain late night host who has been let go, and we have some other things to talk about too. And another Xbox price increase for the console, even though we just had one. And,
I told you.
oh, and Martin Scorsese's making a ghost story movie, which is odd because he doesn't normally do that kind of movie. So interesting.
He must need some money. I don't know. Nate says, okay, Troy, don't you go making any babies. Yeah, unless it's an Abraham and Sarah kind of situation, that ain't going to be happening. Yeah.
Well, that has been known to happen. All right.
No, that's true.
Okay. That's it for me for Geeky Geezers, but we'll have other news as well. But yeah, those
That's
are the big
fair.
ones.
Netter, any last thoughts, any last words? Let's end this stream before I pass out.
I think y'all are confused. This isn't Geeky Geezers. This is Last Call. It's Friday.
Whatever.
And I thought I was drunk. I did want to remind everyone that I did drop my video for the cold and flu remedies that I talked about on Thursday Things. So now it's a standalone video, so you can go there and get all the information on how to make the, oh, actually I didn't put the recipe in. I still had the recipe. But I put in there where to buy the pan that I used, where to get the crystallized ginger, and even where to get the silicone molds. But I am also going to add the recipes in there, so you have those as well. So go check that out after this.
So Mark is here. Good. He says, make little Klingons instead. They need recruits. Absolutely. Boomer, any last thoughts, any last words before we wrap this up? So
nothing. Just watch out for those diet pills you get in the mail from other parts of the world. They might have a tapeworm in them, so you don't want to. Don't go there, But just
remember, the tried and true is speed. If you're snorting the amphetamines, that'll help you lose weight. Just saying. But nothing that is said on this channel should ever be construed as medical advice. Just making a bunch of jokes here. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for all of your support. You guys have contributed enough to make sure that we do a karaoke stream, and that's on you. That's on you, my friends. Just saying. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to many streams with you, because you are my tribe. You are my people. I can't talk at all. You are my people. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Salute, and we will see you on the next one. Take care, everyone.
Good night, ladies.
Good night, sir.
Hit it, sweetheart.
The neon lights are fading, closing time is near. Whispers in the corners, secrets shared sincere. The bartender's polishing the final glass. Time slips away like moving through the grass. Last call for alcohol, make your dreams come true. One more round, friends, from me and you. Let's toast to the night, to the stories we've spun. Here's to the laughter and to what's begun. The shadows are dancing as we linger still. Every clink of a glass, a memory to distill. Beneath this smoky haze, our feelings they unfurl. A tapestry of whispers in this corner of the world. The jukebox serenades us with a final tune, crooning to the lonely and the lovers under the moon. With every soft note, the end draws ever near. But in this fleeting moment, there's nothing to fear. Last call for alcohol, make your dreams come true. One more round, friends, for me and you. Let's toast to the night, to the stories we've spun. Here's to the laughter and to what's begun.
Good night, ladies.